She stepped onto the stage like she owned it, and within seconds, the entire Coachella Valley erupted. Not just for BLACKPINK. Not just for K-pop. But for Jennie. Solo. Fierce. Limitless. If you thought her 2023 solo drops were impressive, you haven't seen what she just did at Coachella 2025. This wasn't just a performance, it was a statement. A declaration. That Jennie Kim, under the desert stars, is no longer part of a global phenomenon. She is the phenomenon, and before we dive into the chills, the tears, the controversy, and yes, that unexpected duet, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to experience is more than just a recap. It's a front-row journey into one of the most iconic stages in Coachella history. Drop a comment with your favorite Jennie moment. We're watching every single one. The anticipation was electric. Fans had been buzzing for weeks, dissecting leaks, fan theories, teaser photos, and those cryptic red R logos that had started appearing all over Los Angeles. And then came the moment, April 13, 2025. Outdoor theater. The time slot just before the headliner, a strategic placement that screamed confidence. As the lights dimmed, a soft whisper filled the speakers, "This is just the beginning." A slow heartbeat bass thumped through the desert. Then, boom. Filter, her new opening track, dropped with visuals so vivid it looked like a futuristic art film, bathed in deep crimson and ultraviolet tones. Jennie emerged from the shadows in a custom Alexander McQueen piece, dripping in ruby crystals, her hair slicked back like a warrior stepping into battle. From that very first note, Jennie's vocals pierced through the crowd, raw, clean, and unexpectedly powerful. Gone were the studio filters, the polished backing. This was unfiltered Jennie, live and holding nothing back. Her voice cracked slightly on the final chorus, and fans loved it. Because in that imperfection was authenticity. Vulnerability. And it hit different, the setlist? A full-course meal from her Ruby album, plus solo renditions of fan-favorite BLACKPINK hits like Handlebars and Extra L. Mantra brought out a wave of red-hued pyrotechnics, the desert sky lighting up like it was on fire. But nothing, nothing could have prepared the crowd for start a war. She stood completely still under a single spotlight, mic in hand, no backing dancers, no effects. Just lyrics. Emotion. Tears. Midway through the song, her voice wavered, and then steadied, and rose. A performance that, within minutes, was trending worldwide on X, TikTok, and YouTube. Mid-set, things took a turn. The stage went dark. Total silence. Fans started to whisper, "What's happening? A glitch? A delay?" Suddenly, the screen lit up with grainy, retro visuals, city lights, VHS flickers, neon signs in Hangul. Then a new voice joined in. Smooth. Sultry. Kali Uchis. The two of them appeared center stage, backlit like silhouettes from a music video, and launched into Damn Right. The chemistry? Unscripted. Explosive. Their harmonies melted seamlessly. Jennie swayed in sync with Kali, and it was like watching two worlds collide and fuse into something completely new. That collaboration alone sparked hundreds of reaction videos, and fans are already begging for a studio version. But let's rewind for a second. Because tucked in between the spectacle were these carefully crafted moments of intimacy. Jennie knelt at the edge of the stage during Love Hangover, reaching for fans' hands, eyes shimmering under the lights. She spoke in both Korean and English, thanking Blinks and Solo stans alike for sticking with her through every chapter, from Square One, to Solo, to Ruby, she said. It wasn't scripted. It felt like a diary entry read aloud. And it worked. Visually, the show was a masterpiece. Each track had its own world, Digital Glitch 4 Zen, Minimalist Noir 4 with the IE, Way Up, Explosive Pop Art 4 like Jennie. The transitions were seamless, the pacing never let up. Pattern interrupts were everywhere, sudden pauses, mid-song costume switches, camera zooms that made you feel like Jennie was singing directly to you, no matter how far back you were. And yes, those zoom-ins during Soul City caught that exact moment she smiled, just as a confetti cannon blew across the crowd. But this wasn't just about the music. This was a cultural shift. Jennie stood alone on one of the world's most iconic stages, not as Jennie from BLACKPINK, but as Jennie, singer, performer, creator, and icon. She debuted new choreo, new visuals, new energy. Her dancers weren't just backup, they were a living part of her storytelling. The staging wasn't just flashy, it told a narrative, flowing like chapters of a visual diary. Around the 40-minute mark, she surprised everyone again. The lights turned lavender. A soft acoustic guitar began to play. Jennie, now in a simple oversized tee and jeans, barefoot, sat on a stool and sang Starlight. The lyrics painted stories of loneliness, ambition, and the paradox of fame. By the final chorus, half the crowd was crying. And when she whispered "thank you," a wave of cheers echoed across the desert, stretching farther than the speakers could reach. And just when we thought it was over, just when the screens faded to black and fans began chanting "Jennie! Jennie! Jennie!" the beat dropped one last time. A surprise encore, like Jennie, remix, with an amped-up tempo, harder bass, and one final dance break that left even veteran Coachella goers stunned. She ended the set with a wink and a mic drop, literally. And then, she vanished into the fog as quickly as she'd arrived. So, what made Jennie's Coachella 2025 performance spectacular? It wasn't just the vocals, or the visuals, or the vibe. It was the transformation. We watched someone break free from the shadow of a megagroup and claim her spotlight, fully. Fiercely. Authentically. This wasn't just Jennie showing off her power. This was Jennie becoming her power. And now it's your turn. What moment gave you chills? Which track are you still playing on repeat? Did you catch the symbolism behind the color transitions? Let's talk in the comments. We're reading every theory, every reaction. And if you want more deep dives like this, from K-pop's biggest stages to behind-the-scenes truths, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with your fellow Blinks. Because trust us, this is just the beginning of a whole new Jennie era, and you won't want to miss what's coming next.